Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. It's been a couple of days. I've had a bit of a quiet week on the beer, refreshing the batteries slightly. I've done a couple of little chugs, but that's about it. It's the weekend now. Just knocked off Friday afternoon shift. So first beer of the weekend is a big one. We're continuing on with some hyped US craft. So this one's from Fidens. And as you can see, the hops in it are Citra and Strata. It's at 10%, and it's a triple India Pale Ale known as the Sound of Thunder. Couple of dings in the can, so let's hope it's okay. Look at the top of it. Woo! And cheers to Simo and Craig in the chat. Good to see you, boys. So yeah, it's just before midnight here, Friday night. It's good to start the weekend. If I could, I'd go through the night and just keep smashing beers. But yeah, I might just have one or two, I reckon, now that I've finished work and come home and get back into it tomorrow morning sometime, I'd say. So yeah, looking forward to this one. I've got two Fidens beers, and this is the first of the two. I've had Fidens before. I think I've probably had at least maybe 4 beers from Fidens so far, and they've all been banging. So yeah, let's get into it. I've got my Denver and Liley posh glass. Let's hope it opens all right and pours okay. Cheers, Rob. Good to see you, mate. I thought there'd be a few of you UK lads around just with the time. Ooh, she looks pretty thick. One thing with Fidens is their beers look fucking fantastic and the mouthfeel is really, really good. So, on the camera, it's not quite as bright, sort of vibrant orange as what it is in real life, but it still looks pretty good. So yeah, I'd say like a medium to dark sort of bright orange. I would say medium to full body. It's about a 2 to 3 finger head, pretty tight knit, like white. Carbonation's mild. But yeah, looks $1 million this beer. And as I said, all the Fidens beers I've seen have looked really good. Let's go with fresh juice. Such a good beer to start on. 10% height from New York. So I'm getting huge orange and huge grapefruit. It's some sweetness and some pith as well. I'm getting a touch of berry, like your strawberry, even like a blueberry. There's a touch of dankness there as well. Got sort of a slight wet grass, woodsy sort of thing going on. Maybe some passion fruit. Smells really good. I can't wait to dive in. So let's do it. Cheers. Wow. I've really treated myself recently. This is banging. There's a little bit of booze there, but expected for how how high the ABV is. White bready, slightly crackery base. Maybe a little touch of caramel, only slightly. The mouthfeel is amazing, like smooth and creamy, full. Yeah, you're getting like really like popping citrus juice, really like fresh and bright, like orange, grapefruit, even like mandarin, maybe a touch of lemon as well, some zest. I'm still getting a little touch of berry, but not as much on the palate as I did on the nose. There's just something about the mouthfeel with Fidens beers. They do it really, really well. Like on appearance, you would say definitely medium to full. It's not like some of the beers I had from Equilibrium back in the day. They were really, really full and like quite thick for an IPA. Back when Equilibrium were awesome. And yeah, a few other breweries as well. But yeah, just on appearance, like you would say medium, like high end medium. But yeah, just on the mouthfeel, as it goes down, it's very, very full. Might even be getting a touch of like apricot as well. Sort of that slight tang, touch of stone fruit. It's definitely a very, very good beer. Suppose I should read some comments, boys. And how are we all doing on this fine Friday? Certainly am, Simo. Pardon me. So yeah, I ended up of like I had like some American beers from this guy recently, and I still had some left over. And then I've ended up getting some more off him. So yeah, just to name a few, it's Fidens, North Park, Treehouse, Brewhouse, Monkish, and then there's a few breweries that are new to me. One's called Test, one's called I think it's Freak Folk, and then the other one was Noble Savage. They're all like obviously hyped. Like, yeah, looking forward to them. I'm still going to keep some of the brew hosts hoping the beer man's going to get there, but I don't know. He just keeps every time he says he's going to go there, he keeps changing his mind. He was going there today, and then all of a sudden he sent me a message saying he can't make it, and I'm just like, oh, it's never going to happen. If I lived an hour from one of the best breweries in the world, I'd be there all the time. But anyway, evening sport. I haven't heard that term used for a while. Calling someone sport. It's like me when I call people like, "Oh, he's a good kid." You're freezing. Come on. I could imagine it would be quite haunting up that way. Yep. So yeah, it'd be what nearly 1 p.m. And in the US, it would be nearly 8 a.m. on the East Coast. Yeah, for sure. That's what I'll be aiming for because, yeah, no plans tomorrow. So I just want to get wiped. The only thing is, though, is I don't have any crushes. So I'm going to have to go for the old 2 feet and a heartbeat at some stage tomorrow just to get a case of some macros. Or I could, no, actually, I can't do the delivery because, yeah, you got to do it the day before. It's too late now. It sucks in Australia, like all, a lot of places, I guess. But like, I finish work tonight at 10 o'clock, anywhere in the city or my hometown or most cities, you'd still be able to get a beer after 10 o'clock at night. And yeah, just where I live, everything's fucking shut before I even finish work. So yeah, like if you don't have beers before I go to work, it's like I can't get them till the next day when I've already sort of, and because I hang out with you guys, I've already started drinking by then. Oh, cheers again, Rob. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Pomona Island. I've had a beer from them back in the day, but haven't seen them around for ages. Blackjack, Sure Shot, and Balance. Definitely got to try some Balance. Sure Shot. I need to try some standalone stuff from them. I keep saying to Adam, I wouldn't mind trying one of them when he comes over. Cool. Yeah. Oh, so you're on a yeah. I was thinking when you said brewers and you started drinking already. Good boy. Yeah, one of the brew hosts I got's a West Coast. I think it's a triple West Coast. I'm like, well, they're from Portland, Oregon. They got to do a fucking West Coast well. And I sort of get sick of the fact with all these breweries that have hype, people only buy hazies from them. It's like, no, I want to see what they're like with other styles. Cheers, Matt. Champ. Yeah, well, a lot of people hate legend, and I say legend in the start of my videos. It's like, cheers, legends. Like, I don't know, like some Aussie sort of slang like that. I guess it's not too bad. There are, yeah. Sometimes people will use champ if they're shit with remembering people's names. Good to see you again, Matt. Cheers, boys. Finally got through all the chat. So, what's everyone drinking when they do have a drink? Anything exciting? I'm considering busting out one of the big stouts I've got in the cellar this weekend. Like I've got my favourite Bottle Logic beer, Fundamental Observation. I've got the latest variant of that, but I was sort of keeping that for a particular stream. I do have another beer from them, which is Maple Pecan. And yeah, it's just been sitting there, and I'm just like, I don't know, I just feel like drinking it. So I might even bust it out tomorrow. I should put it in the fridge just in case. I'm not one of those people that can just, even if it's a stout or a barley wine, I just can't get it out of like a cellar and start drinking it. It's like I have to at least chill it for a bit first. I don't know. Like I think it's sort of an Australian thing too. Like especially in the summer, just feels weird drinking a beer straight out of the cupboard if it's like real warm weather. I don't know. It's just odd. Matt, you probably think the same. I'm guessing. Yeah, I've seen. Did you have that like posted on your community thing or something? I remember seeing that. Yeah, I had a hot butcher a couple of weeks ago. It was the first one I'd had in ages. It was yeah, pretty good. When they're good, they're banging. Like they're definitely up there, like elite, really top class brewery. And yeah, if anyone cares, good old mountain culture won the hottest 100 again. So it's now the third year in a row. So in Australia, we have a particular radio station, Triple J, and they play. Well, back in the day, it was a lot of like your rock and your metal and your alternative sort of stuff. The shit that most of like me and my friends and family and that all listen to instead of shitty commercial radio. And anyway, they've had this hottest 100 going for years, and it was always on Australia Day, and it was a big thing. A lot of people got right into it. So anyway, the beer world decided to jump on and thought, oh, we'll do our own like Australian top 100 beers, and like it's sort of a weird competition because it's not like the hyped beers. It's mainly like core range stuff, like stuff that's readily available. You do get some limiteds in there and some sort of semi macro. But anyway, mountain culture were never in it in the first couple of years, and then as soon as they like joined, they fucking just marketed the hell out of it, and everyone got behind them. And status quo, they're pale. It's like a hazy pale, slightly West Coast leaning. Absolute banger beer. Yeah, well, that got number one the first year, and then every other year since it keeps winning. And they play on it like they make merch, and they'll have like cockatoo on there, like a sporting thing, like saying premiers back to back and all that sort of shit. It's pretty cool. So I thought I might have a cheeky little status quo tonight at some stage. Revisit a classic beer. It's always a banger. It's the sort of beer, if I had this in the fridge all the time, I'd be quite satisfied. And also, too, with most decent craft you can't get in supermarkets, but you can actually get this at some, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. But back to this Fidens beer. I'm going to pour some more. We'll see how it goes once it's warmed a bit. And it's quite warm here at the moment too. Like, as I said, it's nearly midnight. I think we've got like near 40s on the weekend. I know it's like total fire bands popping up on my computer here. So it's obviously going to be stinking hot. Yep. I wanted to make a short tonight, right, when I was walking home from work. And what it was, I walked through a shopping complex just because it's a bit of a shortcut to home. And as I go through there, I go past a bottle shop. But this bottle shop's average. It shuts at like fucking 8 o'clock at night. It's like ridiculous. And I filmed myself walking like it was in the distance, and I was like getting closer and closer to it. And I said something like, "Oh, why can't bottle-os in Australia be open 24/7? I'm thirsty right now." But halfway through saying it, there was some druggy lady 10 meters away from me going, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, just give it up. Because it's like, it's one of those areas, it's near like a real seedy laneway, and you always get activity in that area. There's no way if I had a young daughter, I'd have them walking in that area late at night anyway. I just laugh at the fuckwits. So as it's warming, I'm definitely getting stone fruit. Apricot. But that dankness is still there. I have found with strata, I do get dankness quite often. And you sort of get like like as I described, like berry. Quite often you get berry, some sort of tropical notes. I'm not getting a lot of tropical in this. It's mainly like citrus. But yeah, good old Citra. It's always a winner. It's such a shame I don't have like just a 6 pack of like VB or something right now to smash. I do have a lot of hype in the fridge. I could always do another review if I wanted. But yeah, maybe go to bed at a reasonable time. Get stuck into it in the morning, and then at least, yeah, if I feel very thirsty, I can go for a quick walk to the bottle. I don't know what it is with my little dog. All of a sudden, he's got like a fear of jumping up on stuff. It's like he's fallen over or something, and yeah, he's a little worried about his balance and his jump and his landing. He never used to be like that. You're a sook. Come, mate, harden up. You need to get some concrete in you, brother. You need to harden up a little. It's like he's, yeah, like me, like used to being like in his teens and 20s and agile and not afraid of anything. And then all of a sudden you get into your 40s and you can barely bend over. Cheers, Angie. I've seen you've been live most of the time I've been at work. I think it was you and Sammy, and then I think as I was walking home, I seen it was on YouTube, and I think you were doing like a stream by yourself with some tunes going. I'd hang around, but I sort of don't have any smasher beers, so I'm thinking like I'm gonna maybe call it a night, sort of relatively early, and get stuck into it tomorrow. It's just hitting midnight now. I don't know though, like, because I've hardly drank all week. I've had a massive week at work. Like, it's been quite challenging, quite intense. And now that I've had this one beer, it's like I'm real keen. If only I had some Sambuca left. Yeah, for sure. If I had like, I just wish I had like even just a 6 pack of like VBs or like something to smash. It'd be good. I don't even, yeah, like I drank the last of that bloody Sambuca last weekend, and I had a heap of like Coca Colas like with it. They're all like I don't have any spirits left. All the Cokes are gone. The only beer I've got in the fridge right now is hype stuff, like for reviews. And oh, like I've got this, but like that's yeah. I'm just gonna drink that casually. It's not gonna last me very long. I might even chug it. But yeah, I better give this bad boy a score. Cheers, Sugar Kitty. So it was the almighty Fidens out of Albany, New York. I think that's how it's pronounced, or Albany. Not too sure. 10%. The Sound of Thunder. Triple India Pale Ale, like a hazy, a New England style. Yeah, 10%. Some of their beers are collaborations, but yeah, this one's just them. I do like the black with the sort of change in the colour there on the bike. It's pretty cool. Sorry, it's not a bike. It's bloody. I was thinking it was a bike. It's bloody. It's kegs with taps. I must have just looked at this part down the bottom and thought it was a bicycle. But yeah, that colour change from like pink to purple to blue on the black background looks pretty cool. I like, yeah, that sort of classic font that they use. It sort of makes them a little bit different. That's how I used to do a lot of my handwriting when I was at school. That sort of like, I don't know what you call it, but it's like an old style sort of font where a lot of the letters are like joined together. Hmm. Through a beer mill. Cheers, Lee. Yep. Yeah, that's why it's confusing because, yeah, like you'll find a lot of sort of American, Australian, and English, like when they've got the same name, cities or towns, there's always that slight difference. But yeah, I better give this a score. So I'm going to say, yeah, Scotch Down Under's a legend. He's probably going live shortly, I'd say. He normally goes live on a Friday night, but heaps later just because the time difference in WA. Cheers, Lee. So I'm going to say for this one, I'm going to go I reckon a 4.6 out of 5. Very, very good beer. I mean, the positives to it, like it looked brilliant, great mouthfeel as they always do. I love that like popping sort of citrus and like yeah, that slight dankness to it. What could have made it better? Maybe a little touch of bitterness, maybe some pine, maybe yeah, touch more sort of tropical fruit. But yeah, really good beer. I felt like it drank really well for 10% as well. I definitely prefer doubles to triples. Um, Sometimes, yeah, the triples can be a bit overbearing with like the sweet malt. But yeah, this one was pretty good. So yeah, yeah, for sure. So hasn't he gone to the States before? I just assumed he would have. Yeah, yeah, I haven't seen him for a while. Yep, cool. Ah, welcome in, brother. Yeah, we've been talking about doing sort of some stuff together. We've been talking about doing like a one drop like sour beer stream where we just because like we're obviously on opposite sides of the country, but we're going to try and order some beers from this brewery in Sydney, try and get similar stuff and do a show together. We thought that'd be pretty cool. Another one we're going to do is like beers from his area, like WA stuff, and I'll just like order it online and get it sent over. Um, there was also talk of like some smoke beer stream, maybe some German stuff. Yeah, it's good that he's into like the spirits as well as the beers. And like I feel like when it comes to the spirit stuff, he sort of like he's taught me a lot of stuff, and I've sort of been able to give him some beer knowledge, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, and he's a good fella. Yeah, I better wrap this up. Thanks everyone for chiming in. It's been as I said, I hadn't done a beer review for nearly a week. I've just had a quieter week on the beers, just trying to sort of refresh the battery slightly. Um, yeah, and it's been busy at work, so I'll be back into it this weekend for sure, probably tomorrow morning. So yeah, Fidens, if you can get around them. Very, very good brewery. And yeah, you'll see us for another review in probably, I would say, about 9 or 10 hours from now. Cheers, guys.